Last night at the crib, crypto.com arena, it was one of the most highly anticipated NBA regular season games I can think of in recent memory. And yes, the Mavericks weren't at full strength. Anthony Davis, like you'd probably assume, was in street clothes, wearing the nice blue jacket. They had a really nice video tribute for him. But it was all about Luka Doncic going up against his old team. And Jason Kidd had a strategy to try to throw defenders at him all night and try to stop him. But Luka still had a great game. He had 19 points, 15 rebounds, 12 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks, had a triple-double. He was creating open looks all night long. He had 7 of his 12 assists were for 3-pointers that accounted for 31 of the Lakers' points. So he was playmaking last night. He was letting the game come to him. He was picking his spots. You saw some a little Magic Johnson right there. Luka Magic right there. So great to see him have a good game. And I think the other big takeaway, LeBron James, 27 points, 16 of those in the fourth quarter. So I think my big takeaway from last night was, no, we know, Nico Harrison, you made the worst trade ever. There's no doubt about that. I think it's kind of hilarious when you look at just the optics of last night's game. It's the fact that Nico thought that Luka was out of shape, maybe was injury prone, and the guy he traded him for was not available, wasn't playing that game. He was sitting on the bench. But I think the big takeaway, just say for the whole Nico angle, was the fact that LeBron James is going to have some gas left in the tank to close games in the fourth quarter. And in recent years, it's never been about how good is LeBron. We know that he's an absolute alien from outer space. He's always punching Father Time in the throat anytime he comes close to him. It's, can you close games when you've expended a lot of energy in the first 3.5 quarters? Well, last night, 16 points for LeBron James in the fourth quarter. 16 of his 27 points coming in the fourth quarter. And you look at last year's team for the Mavericks and how good that team was. Well, Luka Doncic, he led the team in scoring, but in clutch scoring, he was 47th. Kyrie was 7th. LeBron was 16th. If you look at Kyrie last year, he was 4th in the association in fourth quarter scoring. So I think we could see that trend continue with the Lakers, and I think it's only a good thing because we know Luka's going to pick his spots. We know we're going to see Luka Magic for a long, long time, but I think having a LeBron James that he trusts, a LeBron that's rejuvenated, re-energized, and he's ready to chase another championship with Luka. Another big takeaway for me too was that the Lakers did not just trade for one of the best players in the league. The Lakers, I think, traded for the face of the league for the next 5 or 6 years, potentially. I mean, you've seen it posted all over how Luka is younger than Austin Reeves. He turns 26 very soon here. But there's just something about seeing Luka in a Lakers uniform on that stage. Wemby, we know the talent he has. He's injured, and hopefully he's dealing with the blood clots, everything that he's dealing with. You're not going to have a face of your league play in San Antonio. You're just not. I don't care how good you are. You're not going to have a face of your league play in San Antonio. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, going to run away with the MVP this year. Not going to have the face of your league playing OKC. Yes, he's the Aura King, whatever. The fits are nice. Great player. Luka brings that showtime. Oh, did you see how with Luka, Reeves, and Connect, they're calling it snow time? Have you seen that? I mean, you like that? I like this. I like the snow time Lakers.
Yeah. But
that was kind of my big takeaway. I mean, it's okay for, and look, you guys know, like, I mean, full disclosure, big Jordan guy, as number one player of all time. But LeBron James is a very close second. If he wins a title as the best player that's closing out games in the fourth quarter with his Lakers team, that's definitely something that could change the conversation. So it's a great win for the Lakers. I think that JJ Redick adjusting to Jason Kidd's game plan against Luka Doncic proved to be huge. And then Rui Hachimura chipping in. Austin Reeves, he led all scorers in the first half with 14 points. He finished with 20 points and 5 assists. This team can give you balanced scoring. Rui can make catch and shoot threes. You saw LeBron James playing without the ball in his hands and getting some easy dunks. I mean, he had a Shaq logo dunk last night. I mean, I was getting Shaq logo dunk vibes from LeBron James. So a major win. Like I said, Nico sitting there. Oh, man, can't have Luka. He's injury prone. than Luka giving him a triple-double against his old team, and then AD sitting on the bench with another injury. But it was big stuff. It was big stuff last night at Crypto, and I think that this team, outside of the Celtics and the Cavs and the Oklahoma City Thunder, has as good of a chance to win a championship this season as any team in the NBA, and they're just going to continue to grow with confidence. Imagine when Luka Doncic is comfortable. Imagine when he gets his legs underneath him. I think we're going to see revenge bod Luka. You know how it is. You break up with a girl breaks up with you in my case, and you hit the gym. You dust off that gym membership. You get that revenge bod. You start posting those thirst traps. You hope that, you end up with another girl, and then she's hotter than you. That is what Luka Doncic is about right now. Getting that revenge on his old team. Because now word has come out that the Mavericks weren't even going to offer him that Supermax. They were going to give him the 345. And if you're the Lakers, you want to be able to sign him to that 4-year, $229 million extension this summer, or the following summer, the 5-year, $296 million extension. Well, guess what? If you do that in year one, he's going to sign that deal. And I think that he feels comfortable here. I think just his whole demeanor has changed. He said after the game, when he was asked about Nico Harrison, he said, "I didn't see him." By the way, someone made an incredible Photoshop. Did you see the Photoshop? I thought that was real. I'm just going to pretend that was real. Maybe use it as a wallpaper where Luka's kind of looking at it there. And I'm like, I doubt they got Nico Harrison like the 5th row sitting. I mean, it just didn't make a lot of sense, but it was an awesome Photoshop. I mean, really, really nicely done by whoever put that together. But then he also was asked about closure, and Luka said the closure is going to take a while, I think, and it's not ideal. I'm glad this game is over. There was a lot of emotions, but we got to go little by little, and every day is better. So I like the honesty there. I like the fact that he's not saying, "Oh, I'm happy to be here," and what's in the past. No, he is being very honest about the fact that he's leaving a franchise that he thought he was going to play his whole career for, that there was going to be a statue of him outside there in Dallas. But I think that the Lakers are off to a really good start. I think that one thing that I feel really good about too is JJ Redick having the relationship that he does have with LeBron and having a little bit of a prior relationship with Luka Doncic. It couldn't have worked out any better. And like I said, I mean, Jason Kidd basically essentially tried to do what the Nuggets did, what JJ did to the Nuggets, which was just throw all those bodies at Jokic, and Kidd devised that game plan to stop Luka, not LeBron. LeBron ate in the fourth quarter, and Luka, he picked his spots and he got it done when he needed to. But yeah, biggest takeaway is this Laker team is for real. I truly believe that. They're only going to get better. But J-Rob, what'd you make of last night?
I mean, it was everything I wanted it to be. I wanted Luka to have like the 40-point triple-double, but the triple-double was still nice, and especially the first one in the Lakers uniform. I mean, this gives him, I think this against the Dallas Mavericks, he's had a triple-double against every team in the NBA. Only other players to do that, Russell Westbrook and LeBron James. So it puts him in some pretty elite company. This team feels like a surging team in March Madness. Like in North Carolina State last year, going through the ACC tournament where nobody had them going to the Final Four. This Lakers team is absolutely surging. And LeBron James being able to take so much time off throughout a game because Luka Doncic is dominating the basketball, this team is very scary. Let's put it into perspective. LeBron James is the best second option in the NBA right now, and it's not close because of his IQ, his defense. I mean, the coach, JJ Redick, said he got him as an all-defensive level player, and I mean, the defensive rating of the Los Angeles Lakers kind of has proved that. Ultimately, this game just makes me feel like Nico Harrison again. What were you thinking? And the Mavericks coming out saying Luka had bad social habits like smoking hookah and drinking beer at 25. What 25-year-old isn't smoking hookah and drinking beer? We got players in the NBA who are doing way worse. We have way worse things from young players that we've seen. We got drug use, strip clubs, in the club on a back-to-back. There's been so many worse situations. And so I think Dallas trying to continuously paint this picture as Luka being a problem child because of what he does in the privacy of his own home or with his own personal time. I think it's a bit ridiculous. And listen, I don't know how quick Ozempic works, but he's been in LA for 2 weeks. he don't look 280 pounds to me. He doesn't look 270 pounds to me. So ultimately, I love the game. I love the fact that he was screaming at the Mavericks bench. It feels like Luka is getting that confidence back, and it's going to be scary when we get to the postseason.
For sure. I mean, I love the thank you, Nico, all those chants last night. You mean just build that Nico Harrison statue? But Noel, what'd you think of Luka? What's your biggest takeaway?
Spectacular, man. I think that first three when he stared down the Mavericks bench, dude, that already had me so hyped. I was looking forward to it all day long, all week long, and really the emotions that come with the game, I think, is what makes basketball so beautiful. When you have a player of his caliber that can really tap into his emotions and back up the trash talk. He's one of the few players that has been able to really talk to some of the best players in the game and stand on 10 toes and really get to it. And I'm really excited to have a player like that in LA because, you know, of course, we've had LeBron, we've seen his greatness. He's one of the few that has been able to do that. But when you have someone that can match LeBron's level of play, his skill set, and could also talk like that and bring you a level of intensity and championship culture down the line, I'm really excited. I'm really excited for when they play again. I hope Anthony Davis is healthy for that matchup over in Dallas because that's going to be really, really fun and even more emotions once again. And I think if you have these two squads going at each other full health, I mean, a lot of people were saying NBA ratings are down. I agree that they are, but this is a storyline that the entire world's really going to be tuning into. So shout out to Luka for, you know, playing through the emotions and leading this team to a big dub.
You point out right there too, just the emotions, yelling at the bench. Like, I mean, I don't care what any Laker fan says. Like, I mean, every Laker star probably from here on out is going to be compared to Kobe Bryant and judged by Kobe Bryant. And it's kind of one of those things where, yeah, maybe Kobe is not the GOAT. In some people's eyes, he's top 3, top 5, top 10. I mean, his kind of thing varies more than any other great player in history. But one thing that I think is the special relationship between Laker fans and Kobe is that fire, that intensity, the way he made you feel when he was playing. And Luka makes you feel that way in a lot of different ways. And there's that fire, like the blackout moments. So I'm like, I mean, I really haven't been this hype watching a Laker game in a long time, just like that nastiness. But you point out the NBA ratings. I mean, they have to find a way. I mean, the Mavericks 31-28, 9th seed in the West. Lakers 35-21, 4th seed in the West. The Lakers have a tough stretch of games coming up, a lot of back-to-backs on the East. But if they could somehow, some way get this playoff matchup, I mean, you would absolutely feed families. It'd be a ratings bonanza. I think single-handedly that would be box office. I mean, just imagine getting that. It's not impossible. It's not impossible. You still have a good amount of games to play, but please, basketball gods, give us that. I also thought this was cool too. Before the tip-off, we talked about Jordan Brand. You know, the Luka 4s came out, and Nike, they posted an ad. Did you see the ad? Did you like it? Jordan's been killing it with the marketing lately. They really have. And he had a purple Regera, really nice car, and they changed the number 77 license plates from Texas to California. You got the George Strait song, All My Exes Live in Texas. Yeah, I mean, I thought they did a fantastic job with that. And I think it was cool, too. Did you see when Luka Doncic turned to Mark Cuban, told him, like, shut up, Mark?
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if you guys caught this. Maybe when they were doing the video tribute to Anthony Davis, Anthony was looking at someone saying "F you." You see that?
I didn't see that.
He was like, he was laughing. He was like, "F you, F you." I was wondering who he was talking to,
Probably
but
somebody he knew. Did you also see that Jordan Brand bought the parking lot, one of the parking lots across the street, so fans can park for free?
That was amazing.
They're going crazy.
I need those bumper stickers that we had, the Slovenia, like, I mean, all that stuff.
No, honestly, Mark feels like that, like the dad of like the girl when you break up with the girl, or the girl breaks up with you. Like the dad still wants to be cool with you.
It must be cool. You're like, nah, bro, it's over. It's over. My mom was like that a couple girls.
You know?
Like, no, like she's like, we were friends. I'm like, no, man, like you were friends because of me. Like once it's over, like it's all up. But yeah, Lakers, Luka, it's gonna be fun times in LA.